Hey artists, how's it going? This is Mark here. I'm going to tell you about my little tool that I made for myself for a project that somebody had me do. I had to do some keyframings with shape keys. So I'm going to go over here so we can see the shape keys as they happen. And we have this, I'm going to explain the controls on the side here before we get anywhere. Also go into, I like to do sculpt mode, and we'll take the grab tool. Okay, that's all we're going to use as far as tools outside of my thing. We have this one. Right now we're on auto key, and we can switch to emphasis. All that does is when you hit control and tick, which is the right above tab button, if you hold control and hit that, it will create a keyframe inside here. Boom, 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 boom. And it does it by every 2 frames and zeroes out whatever I could say the last frame or the 11th keyframe back. So it does it by keyframe, not the number. So when I go tick, tick, tick on my player, it's going to zero out the previous keyframe. Now I could say 3 back, and then it'll go tick, 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 and see how it keeps 3, and then it makes a 0 on the 3rd one back. That's how this whole thing works. I'm going to undo all those because these aren't actually useful, but that's how you use the auto keyframe. And now we're going to switch to emphasis, which you can just hit this button or you can just hit auto key. But we're going to move this character over to where the arc of their kick is, like right here. And I want to say maybe 4 frames or 8 frames earlier. Yeah, we'll go 6 frames to 6 frames. Before and after, we're going to add a keyframe to this thing. So we're going to select the character, hit control tick, or hit the emphasis button, same thing. And we are on sculpt mode grab, and now I can grab this thing, right? So this is a kick coming from over here. I'm just going to make a really crappy smear frame, but it will help sell the motion of the character. Smear it, right? So it looks like crap, but in motion it helps sell that movement. Smear. I guess because it starts going downwards at this point, it would have been a better smear frame if I had angled it differently. But you know what? It still works better than not having a smear frame at all. See, let's remove all the smear frame. Okay, let's do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. And then go tick. Whoops. Gotta do the tick first. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so now we got this. Boom. Kick. It's in there. Alright, and now let's do the other one, which is the one that I used, that I originally made this whole thing for. So let's grab the armature, character, delete. Okay, so we're going to add in a mesh of a torus. This is just to demonstrate how the auto shape key tool works for this one. So we're going to switch this to auto key. Every time I hit control tick, it's going to move up. We're going to say 3 keyframes back. I'm hitting 3. There we go. And it'll move 5 frames forward every time. So we have this thing selected. I hit tick. See, it moved us 5 frames forward. And the basis was made and this. So now under shape or sculpt mode again, we're going to make this a lot bigger and make it bigger. Smear it out this way, and then we hit tick, right? Oops, sorry. We hit that tick, and then we start moving it up this way, tick. Then we start moving it up this way, tick. 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 This way. And see, we're creating a weird animation of creating, hidden error. Oops, tick. That was because I clicked off the program. Anyway, Now we can just go tick, 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 and it goes right back to normal. But anyway, we were able to make this wobbly donut using shape key tools, and it just helps animate stuff. I literally made this so I can work on moving a blanket frame by frame and resetting the previous keyframe to 0 because maybe it was happy where it was. I don't know. I just needed to keyframe match every movement of a blanket folding, and this seemed like the best way to do it. Hey, I just wanted to cover Ghostwire. This is a way to tell what you're doing and where have you been and where you're going. So you can toggle on and off with this, and as you move forward, it will be how many frames behind. So if you have it at -2, that is 2 frames behind you. And if you have it at +2, that's 2 frames ahead of you, so you can see where you're going. Now, this is cool and everything, and it is also a great way to plan your next move, knowing that this is where I am, and if I do this, that's where I'm going. So, and then when you hit tick, there it goes. And that is a future. So in -2, you can see where you've been. So that just helps you guide yourself as you're sculpting these shapes into whatever you're doing this for. Originally, I made this for blanket to match the video footage, and this seemed to work really well for me. I will say this, it is also attached to the object. It is parented. So if you rotate this, it will rotate, with you. There we go. And it matches that way. It's not independent from it, so it only cares about your shape keys. It's not caring about what other animations you have for this Ghostwire. I felt like that's important to say. So this is Ghostwire. Also, I hope you enjoyed shape key tools or understand the concept of it. This is how many frames offset when you hit the quick auto key. It moves ahead 2 frames. And then this is how many keyframes back it will set to 0. This is auto key, turns it on and off. You can toggle between emphasis and the other by hitting this. If you want to use the emphasis key sets how many frames before and how many frames after, and you can just hit emphasis, and that way you can make your smear frames, and Ghostwire helps you get through this. I think that kind of covers all of the tools that are built into shape key tools, and I hope that makes it really accessible and helpful to people. Alright, I hope you try it out. It's really cool software. Alright.